Just when you thought you could turn your back and walk away, the dark cloud of human indignity follows you. You have no choice but to turn and look it in the eye. It's the sex offender hit list.
Louisiana. A West Monroe man was arrested on March 7th after an investigation into the alleged downloading of child sexual abuse images. The Louisiana State Police went to the home of James Morgan on March 7th. Morgan told him he lived alone at the home and had been there for 20 years. But during a search of Morgan's home, investigators said they found a computer that had hundreds of images and videos involving children and sexual abuse. According to law enforcement, the children in the images and videos were prepubescent. Morgan was booked into the Ouachita Correctional Center on one count of possession of child sexual abuse material and one count of distribution of child sexual abuse material. Salem Township, Pennsylvania. An 18-year-old man was arrested Thursday for possession of child sexual abuse materials in Wayne County. The Pennsylvania State Police were tipped off by the North Carolina Internet Crimes Against Children's Task Force of a person in possession of child sexual abuse materials, also known as CSAM. An investigation and a search warrant led to the arrest of Cody Tyler Persall of Moscow. Police say a forensic examination of Persall's devices found him to possess materials that show a child engaged in sexual activity, or even appearing to engage in a sexual activity. Persall has been criminally charged with one felony 2 count of sexual abuse of children, as well as one felony 3 count of sexual abuse of children and one felony 3 count of criminal use of a communications facility. Bail has been set for Persall at $35,000, and he's been remanded to the Wayne County Prison. See ya, Chomo. This Chomo faces several charges related to child sexual exploitation as well as child sexual abuse materials. This is Teron Woodside. He was arrested on the following charges here. Child abuse for sexual exploitation. Attempt to use or permit a child under 14 to be the subject of sexual portrayal in a performance. Possession of child sexual abuse materials. Statutory sexual seduction by a person 21 or older, and distribution of child sexual abuse materials, as well as carrying a concealed weapon without a permit. Police say the Human Exploitation and Trafficking Unit, which is otherwise known as HEAT, their detectives were alerted by the Washoe County School District that a young girl was potentially being exploited by Woodside through social media. Police say they conducted an investigation and say Woodside was engaging in sexually explicit conversations with the girl, and he was allegedly threatening her with physical and mental violence if she didn't meet up with him to perform sex acts. On March 5th, the Heat Unit and the WCSD police arrested Woodside, who they say was also found to be in possession of a handgun. They also found that Woodside had allegedly contacted multiple girls on social media. We're going to head over to Atlanta, Georgia for this one. A man is under arrest after attempting to solicit sex from a decoy. Yep, a 14-year-old girl, according to the Gwinnett County Police. The Gwinnett County Police said the Milan Police Department conducted an undercover investigation into 48-year-old Jermaine Morgan. The police department used a decoy 14-year-old who Morgan solicited for sex. Morgan asked for obscene images and discussed sexual acts with the decoy. He also allegedly sent the decoy images of his privates. The Gwinnett County Police Department arrested Morgan on March 6th. He's currently being held without bond and is charged with obscene internet contact with a child and child molestation by electronic device. Danville, Illinois. The Illinois State Police arrested 5 men following an anti-human trafficking operation in the Danville area last week. Troopers with the Trafficking Enforcement Bureau conducted a 2-day investigation beginning February 28th, working to identify individuals paying for sex with minors. The following men were arrested and charged with several felonies. Let's go left to right here. This is Salem K. Khan, a 37-year-old from Cheektowaga, New York. Then we have Brett A. Wright, a 42-year-old from Danville, Illinois. Next, Eric H. Smith, a 46-year-old from Lisle, Illinois. And then Andrew M. Cravens, a 44-year-old from Danville, Illinois. And then last but not least, this chomo is Bradley J. Wagoner, 46-year-old from Westville, Illinois. They're charged with indecent solicitation and aggravated criminal sexual abuse of a child, traveling to meet a child, and solicitation to meet a child. Wagoner was also charged with possession of methamphetamine, drug use in chomo. Let's head over to Cook County, Illinois, where a Glenview man is behind bars on 12 counts of child sexual abuse material charges. This is Bruce Claver, a 58-year-old. He was arrested on Friday on 11 counts of possession of child sexual abuse material images, victim under 13, and 1 count of possession of child sexual abuse materials video, victim under 13. Claver had a detention hearing at the Skokie Courthouse, and his previous pretrial release conditions were revoked, thankfully. There's a reason behind that. There's another news story out there. I chose this one instead, but the other one states that this guy, this is his 4th child abuse arrest in the past 5 years. I don't understand why he's not locked up already. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Anyways, he's going to remain in the Cook County Jail until his next court hearing. No other details are known about this chomo. Oh, but when they are known, be sure to find it here first on the sex offender hit list. See ya, chomo. North Carolina, a Hampstead man has been arrested on multiple child sexual abuse material charges, according to the Pender County Sheriff's Office. This chomo is Robert Benjamin Wright Sr. He's 72 years old, and he was arrested Wednesday and charged with 17 counts of felony second-degree sexual exploitation of minors. Detectives with the Sheriff's Office Special Victims Unit began an investigation after a referral from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children was made to the Internet Crimes Against Children's Task Force. The Sheriff's Office stated in a news release, "This investigation continues and more charges are expected." Wright was given a $425,000 secured bond. A 32-year-old man from Clifton was arrested and accused of storing naked photos of a child in an online photo sharing and cloud service. This is Miguel Guerva, He faces charges including possession of child sexual abuse material and maintaining child sexual abuse material, according to the Passaic County Sheriff's Office. The videos uploaded to the cloud service depicted nude children ranging in ages from approximately 4 to 12 years old engaging in sexual acts. Authorities say Guerva was arrested in 2020 for similar crimes. But it's only 4 years later. What the hell is he doing out of prison? I don't understand. Always. For similar crimes, it says. He's being held with no bond until his next court date, which hasn't yet been determined. Well, hopefully they won't determine it for a few years and he just gets to sit there and rot. See ya, Chomo. Greenville County, South Carolina. A traveler's rest man was arrested by the Greenville County Sheriff's Office Friday for allegedly engaging in criminal sexual conduct with 2 minors. Look at this guy. How can he even get out of bed in the morning? According to the Sheriff's Office, Roger Dale Jackson is accused of committing the crimes multiple times between 1982 and 1990. Oh, I see. That was 34 years ago. That's how he was able to get out of bed. The investigation kicked off after deputies were informed of Jackson's alleged behavior in January. They were able to verify information and establish probable cause to get warrants against Jackson for first-degree criminal sexual conduct and second-degree criminal sexual conduct. Warrants for Jackson report that 2 of Jackson's alleged victims were just 5 and 13 years old at the time. Investigators have information regarding other children that were in Jackson's life and worry that there are other crimes happening. See ya, Chomo. Denver area law enforcement agencies have released a mugshot of a man accused of assaulting children in Centennial and Littleton out of concern some additional victims may not have been found. They're asking the public to come forward if they heard of anything about this Chomo. The suspect was identified as Christopher Ballard. He's a 26-year-old of Lakewood. He was arrested Thursday by the Parker Police Department with assistance from the Lakewood Police Department and the Arapahoe, Douglas, and Jefferson County Sheriff's Offices. Looks like a few people are after this Chomo. Ballard was arrested on the following counts. 1 count of sexual assault on a child by one in a position of trust. 3 counts of a pattern of a sexual assault on a child by position of trust. 5 counts of sexual exploitation of a child. 9 counts of unlawful sexual contact. 4 counts of obscenity. Ballard was reported to law enforcement on March 2nd after a parent spoke with their child. And the child had some pretty nasty things to say about this Chomo. Scott City, Missouri. A southeast Missouri man is facing charges of child molestation and child sexual abuse material possession. Joseph R. Hogland was arrested on charges of 4th-degree child molestation, child less than 17 years old, and possession of child sexual abuse material, first offense. Doesn't matter if it's first to last. Don't do it, Chomo. He's being held at the Scott City Police Department with no bond. Like I say, the way it should be. This is according to a release from the Scott City Police Chief, Christo. See ya, Chomo. West Palm Beach, Florida. A lost phone and a video of a woman performing sexual acts on a dog led to her arrest on multiple child sexual abuse charges. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office records have shown this, that the investigation that led to the arrest of Ashley Lynch began in late December when the Sheriff's Office was alerted to a possible animal cruelty incident. Lynch, who's 37, had left her phone at a bar and later called for its return. She gave the bartender the passcode to verify that that device was hers, and after unlocking the phone, the bartender discovered a video of Lynch allegedly with the small dog. The investigation turned into one about child sexual abuse materials after a search warrant for the phone was obtained and a detective reported discovering voyeuristic videos of 2 young children. In February, the Sheriff's Office obtained records that confirmed the children were 8 and 6 years old. Authorities said that Lynch was booked on 6 counts of possessing obscene material depicting child pornography along with 3 counts of video voyeurism of a child less than 16 years old. Disgusting. See ya, Chomo. Rexburg, inside Madison County, Idaho. Man was arraigned Friday on 6 counts of sexual exploitation of a child. On January 23rd, a Madison County detective received a cyber tip from the Idaho Attorney General's office. And on March 7th, Madison detectives assisted by Rexburg Police Department, Idaho Falls Police Department, Pocatello Police Department, and the Idaho Internet Crimes Against Children's Task Force arrested Ryan A. Pugh, this chomo, with them weird-looking eyes. Ryan was booked into the Madison County Jail. His bond has been set at $100,000. No further information is available about this chomo, but when it is, be sure to find it here first on the sex offender hit list. See ya, chomo. Gonzales. The Attorney General's Cybercrime Unit arrested a 30-year-old chomo for 247 counts of child sexual abuse material Thursday afternoon. Phoenix Goodwin was arrested for the 247 counts involving juveniles under the age of 13. Agents initially got a tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, which led to Goodwin's arrest. This arrest was a result of a joint investigation with the Cybercrime Unit, U.S. Homeland Security Investigations, and the Ascension Parish Sheriff's Office. Yes, Louisiana has another chomo. Crimes against children will not be tolerated, Attorney General Liz Muriel said. Goodwin was then booked into the Ascension Parish Jail with no bond. See ya, chomo. Gainesville, Florida. This is 46-year-old Christopher Charles Chell, a middle school teacher and athletic director at St. Patrick Interparish School. He was arrested yesterday, Thursday, charged with 10 counts of lewd or lascivious molestation of a child between 12 and 16 years old. According to a press release from Gainesville Police Department, Chell had gained the trust of several middle school girls, abusing his position as their physical education teacher and coach. Over the course of several months, Chell allegedly engaged in a pattern of behavior that escalated from the inappropriate touching to criminal acts. A letter was sent from the Father Lawrence Peck to St. Patrick families, announcing that Chell was no longer employed by the school. The letter said that Chell had been at the school for 4.5 years, and in addition to his duties as athletic director and physical ed teacher and coach, he also oversaw and led numerous sports teams. Detectives believe, and I believe, there may be a lot more victims that have not been identified yet. Teacher, coach. Sickening. Of all places to commit sex crimes, you would think a police station would be the last one, right? Well, in Missouri, 2 of the 15 sex crimes a La Plata police officer is accused of committing happened at the La Plata Police Department. Jonathan John Taylor, 34-year-old of Macon, was arrested Wednesday and after investigation by the Missouri State Highway Patrol. Taylor here is the canine officer for the La Plata Police Department. He's charged with 7 counts of second-degree statutory sodomy, 6 counts of fourth-degree child molestation, 1 count of second-degree statutory rape, and 1 count of patronizing prostitution. Investigators say 2 underage females are the accusers, and according to the court documents, the alleged crimes happened at various locations in Macon County starting in 2017. Those places include, of course, the police station there, a food truck at the La Plata Soybean Festival, Long Branch Lake, and a now closed restaurant in downtown Macon. According to the allegations, Taylor is accused of having sex with 1 girl under the age of 15, touching both girls' privates and breasts, and knowingly paying one of the girls to engage in sexual contact. This chomo is being held without bond in the Rudolph County Jail. See ya, chomo. Tennessee. A Nashville man was arrested Friday morning, this morning, for a child sexual abuse materials case. Metro Police reported 31-year-old James F. Austin was found with more than 30 files showing child sexual abuse in a cloud-based account linked to his cell phone. The investigation into Austin began after a cyber tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Austin was arrested on a charge of sexual exploitation of a minor and taken into custody after leaving his Meadowcliff Drive home Friday morning. I love how they just wait until they leave the house. They're out driving around so they can go raid that house immediately and seize all their devices. See ya, Chomo.
Happy birthday, dear Ellie.
Now, Ellie, remember, this is our special secret.
Okay, Uncle Jim.
1 in 5 children is sexually abused before they turn 18.
Make a wish, but remember, it's a secret.
Do you know the signs?
I just want everyone to go home.
Learn more about the risks of child sexual abuse at sapria.org.